So whenever Jesus lived, what was 3 BC to the year 30, something like that. So he lived, in his lifespan, there was a number of supposedly miraculous events, right? Beginning with the Star of Bethlehem, and you got the virgin birth, right? Then you have, then we don't know what happens. There's this gap. Youthful Jesus, we don't know anything about him. Then he starts performing his miracles, right? So we have the 36 miracles or whatever, 37 miracles of Jesus, and they're documented, right? Major events. Then he dies, he's resurrected, so that's another miracle, and the sun is darkened at his death and so forth. And you look for confirming evidence, right? So this is one thing a real historian does. And you say, well, look, if these things actually happened, there should be some evidence or at least some documentation from that time that these things actually happened. And you look at the lifespan of Jesus from 3 BC to 30 AD, and you don't see anything. There's nothing. There's no documents. There's no remains. There's no evidence. There's no carvings. There's no engravings. There's nothing. Zero. No evidence at all, right? That confirms that this miraculous Son of God came to earth and did what we were told that he did during the Bible. So that time there's nothing. You go for another 20 years after his crucifixion, so from the year 30 to the year 50, and again you have nothing. Absolutely zero. Not a single document, nothing between the years 30 and 50 that says anything. No mention that Jesus existed, did any miracles, nothing. Zero. So nothing during the 30 years of his life, nothing during the next 20 years. Then for the next 20 years, so from the years 50 to 70, you have a handful of letters, as far as we know, only 7 or so that are legitimate, by one guy, Paul, right? So he's the first writer. We seem to have actual documents. He seemed to be a live, real person, Paul. We have actual letters